Thank you all for the tags. Super nice, super kind. Genshin Impact, dear travelers, limited time event Adventures Guild on Twitch about to begin. Woohoo! Exciting. Except no, not really. So do you remember the whole KFC glider thing that happened in China? I covered it a little while back. Basically, they had this event where you could get some KFC promo in China and you'd get a free glider. Well, not free. You pay for the chicken, but hey, you get the glider. But they ended up canceling it ultimately because so many people showed up to KFC that it was like a health hazard. They had to cancel the whole event. So for like the last 9 months or so, people would on occasion wonder, what's going on with that glider thing? Are they ever going to bring it back? And it looks like now they have, except instead of buying chicken, instead of getting KFC, you've got to subscribe to Twitch channels that are going to participate in this event. Like, subscribe to them for 2 months. A lot of people don't seem happy with this event and the specifications that they have for actually participating in the event. I also watched Tegitech's video on it, and he made some very interesting points that I think I pretty much all agree with, like having to only exclusively stream Genshin for 2 weeks, and I believe prior events that they've had a similar clause. Presumably, you also have to be positive about the game. Like, you can't critique the game or have a negative opinion about it. At least, you can't make that opinion public. You'll often see weird things in the terms of service or contracts with gaming companies like this too, where they say things like, you must abide by the social and morality codes. And also, you can't accept other sponsorships. So this sort of thing could work out for smaller streamers who wouldn't really otherwise be getting sponsorship offers and only really plan on streaming Genshin Impact anyways. But again, you'd have to submit your info to miHoYo and they'd have to approve you. And also, you'd have to want to work with them. I just got to be frank, like this sort of thing just turns me off of companies. I'm not telling you how to be, I'm just speaking about myself as if we were hanging out in person, right? And having to talk about this. Like, that's why I don't support Funimation or Crunchyroll either. I critique those companies and I don't use their services. Things like this also make me hesitant to even want to play Genshin Impact. Like, I'm not trying to be over dramatic about it. The game's beautiful. It's a lot of fun. The characters are awesome. But then when the company behind it does things like this, it's just like, leaves a bad taste in the mouth. I've also just seen so many companies provide terrible contracts to creators/streamers. Like an anecdotal example, I had a company reach out to me a couple months ago for a sponsorship, and I'm already very picky with the products I'll promote because I'm not going to promote a bad product to people. The contract, though, let me tell you about that. On paper, it's like, okay, you're just going to promote this product. It's going to be X seconds long. I get back to them. I'm like, well, my videos are actually pretty short. I have to do a shorter promotion if you want to work with me. And they were like, okay, cool. So it sounded like it was going well. They agreed to my rate. They agreed to a shorter promotion that would fit better in my shorter style videos. But then they send me the contract and I go read the contract and it's like, ultimately they wanted so much more than just to do a promotion with me. They wanted to be able to use the promotion on their website, use it for marketing purposes. They wanted my personality rights. Oh, perpetual on the personality rights, by the way. Perpetual meaning forever. So I'm like, whoa. The rate I gave you was specifically to do this promotion, like to integrate this X second long clip promoting your product in a video. For me to agree to all this other stuff as well would raise my rate a whole heck of a lot. And things like perpetual personality rights and even personality rights in general, that's just not something I'm comfortable signing away, no matter what the rate is. So ultimately, I just declined the entire sponsorship. And things like that, plus just bad products in general, are why you almost never see me promoting any sort of product on this channel. So going back to miHoYo, the things I've seen about that company are why I would never sign any sort of agreement with them, even if the contract was actually a good contract, which seems unlikely when you look at how miHoYo operates. Like, I don't even want them to know my UID because of critiques I've given them in the past, and I'm sure things I'll say in the future that they don't like. I don't think they like this channel. I'm not saying they'd outright ban my account if they knew my UID, but I don't know. Maybe they would. Companies be crazy, man. And I read the TOS and the user agreements for Genshin/miHoYo, and there are clauses in there that basically say miHoYo owns your entire account and everything on your account, so they can do whatever they want with it ultimately. Although a lot of gaming companies do have similar things. I've read those user agreements and TOS agreements as well. It's not as commonplace for offline games, but for online games, it does seem pretty frequent. So just keep that in mind, especially if you're spending money on said online game. It's like, ultimately you're spending money on things that you don't even own. Anyways, I'll leave it there for now though. Got a little off topic, kinda. I mean, it's somewhat related to the main topic, but hey, thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.